Today I have with me Anatomy of Automation student Brittney Davis, and I am excited to feature her um, to talk all about her journey and her experience working with the program and working online. Brittney, welcome, welcome. Really excited to chat with you today. First of all, what I want you to do, I'd love you to go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us where you are, what you went to school for, what you studied, and then we go from there.
Thank you for having me on your platform, Latoya. My name is Brittany, and I am a student of the Anatomy of Automation program. I have in the past worked in the field of project management, and I am trying to expand into entrepreneurship upon my project management experience.
Excellent. So tell us a bit about the journey and moving from what you studied in college and where you were, what your last job was, and moving into the online space.
I can honestly say that with the help of Latoya, this journey has become so much easier. I reached out and I was researching for virtual assistant information and I stumbled across Latoya, and it has honestly been the best experience that I've had along this journey, especially in the midst of COVID and getting started. It was nothing in the way of getting me started once I found Latoya's program.
Thank you so much. Why did you join the Anatomy of Automation, and what did you hope to achieve?
I joined Anatomy of Automation in hopes to start my entrepreneurial journey without having to figure a lot of things out with strenuous research. When I found you, and I found a lot of information in your program. So I joined because I was interested in doing something in the virtual assistant world, and you helped me figure that out.
Excellent. What would it mean for you, both personally and professionally, if you were to achieve your why? So, all going well with why you signed up and why you're moving online, how would it improve or benefit you or mean for you in your personal as well as your professional life?
So, in my personal life, I can honestly say that the sky is the limit with automations. When I came in, I was joining for my professional life. And once I started learning about so many of the platforms and programs and how to actually utilize those programs, it honestly expanded my why in my professional field as well as my personal. I've started building automations around my home with any of the devices that I've had in my personal life. And it's actually a great help because it helps both my son and I. And the program taught me that I didn't just have to do automations within the professional world, that I could step out of the box and do them personally and still live my dream through automations professionally and personally.
Excellent. How digestible did you find the content in the Anatomy of Automation as a beginner?
Oh my goodness. I can't express it enough. As a beginner, I was able to jump into the program. And honestly, all you have to do is get started. You'll
Mhm.
get stuck if you don't get started. As a beginner, the information is as simple as A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. And how do I know this personally? I personally know this because I have invested so much time and so much money into courses along this way. And, you know, the courses are long drawn out. It's like so much information, you can't really figure out what to do to get started. But when I became a part of Latoya's program, it was just about getting started. The information is really, really simple. I promise, because I'm a learner, I'm an overthinker. When I got into the program, it did not allow me to overthink the information. It was do it, research it, do it, and you're actually in motion with gaining your why.
Excellent. How do you plan to use what you've learned, or how else are you using what you've learned? I know you touched on using it around your home and whatnot, but how is it going with that?
So I'm using what I've learned in my home, and I do a lot of automations for my personal task. I live in a planner, so I've learned how to not just only utilize my physical planner, but it has helped me to put my automated planner into motion, and it is so helpful. It doesn't allow me to forget anything, and it keeps me on track as well as my child. And with the automations around my home, I have it programmed to a speaker, and certain things flow through that speaker. And so I really like it a lot. And in my personal life, like that's the part where I'm trying to like tie up the loose ends and figure it all out. And that is a personal thing, but I utilize automations a lot in within my profession. Like in any category of my business, there's an automation being performed.
Mhm. What results have you achieved from the anatomy of automation?
Oh man, I can't even. I honestly don't know where to start with the results. So I'm going to start with my website. When I first came along, I had a website, and I knew what I wanted to do. But anatomy of automation helped me to put it all together. I didn't have to figure out, oh, well, what services am I going to offer? How am I going to offer these services? Who am I going to offer these services to? It was so clear cut once I got started. And once you get started as a beginner, your mind is so open, it flows so freely, and it
Right.
just allows you to open up the doors to what you actually want to do.
Perfect. And if you had to say, I almost didn't join because, or almost didn't enroll, or almost didn't finish the course because, what would you say?
Okay, so I can't figure out a almost why I didn't enroll. I was trying to figure out how I was going to enroll and within my current life position in COVID at that time. I lost everything, but I was able to put some things together. I was peeking around in the program. I was purchasing little toolkits in the program. And let me tell you one thing, that I can't. It's a toolkit.
Mhm. The Quitting Corporate Toolkit.
Oh my goodness, that quitting corporate toolkit allowed me to quit corporate, but it didn't allow me to quit on my dreams. And I just kept following you and figuring out little information until you opened up a door for me to actually take your class. And what I like the most about it is every time I wanted to give up, Latoya can sense when you're trying to give up. And a lot of people push and push and push and push you. Latoya is going to push you as much as you want to be pushed. And if you think that she stopped pushing you, I think she just gave you a little break to get yourself together. But she pops up when you really need to be pushed.
Hey, Brittany, I see you the last two sessions. What's happening?
So, I mean, and that's what I like the most. And in this program, is not like you just get a cut and dry program, right? You get weekly updates, daily job postings, and in addition to that, she never stops introducing you people to people on the network. So if she's working with somebody, she'll bring us to expand on whatever it is that we're learning. So in Latoya's world, it's not about keeping information and resources and people to herself. She actually invites you in and teach you more with her resources.
Excellent. I'd love to ask you, my favorite part of working with Latoya and doing the anatomy of automation was, but that might, is that a hard question? Can we go there?
My favorite part about working with Latoya is that she did not allow me to give up on myself. It's is no other way to put it. And the things that I like the most about it is that she will actually give us homework assignments. She will show us how to do certain things. It was never a time of the day or the night where I felt like I had a question and it was not going to get answered by Latoya. The support and the resources and how she even teaches you was my favorite part about it. And even joining a network with other people that was just like me trying to figure it all out. We were put into a space and we communicated with one another until we figured things out.
Excellent. What would you tell someone who's thinking about joining the Anatomy of Automation?
Don't think about it. Do it. The longer you think about it, the more you're going to be stuck and the less you're going to know. Just get into the program and get started. You're going to make your money back. She puts you in position to learn where you can make your money back, and she also provides us with job opportunities, and it's a daily thing.
Excellent. Brittney, thank you so much for joining me on this session and for letting everyone know about your experience with the Anatomy of Automation. Before we jump off, please tell everyone where they can find you and your favorite service to offer so that we can make sure you get those connections. Y'all, please follow Brittney, send her all the congratulations, ask her any questions you have. Tell us where to find you.
Okay, so you guys can find me on Instagram. And Latoya pushed this out there on social media and taught us how to utilize it. But you can find me on Instagram as well as through my website. My company name is Uniquely Equipped Consulting, and I offer a plethora of services, and the website is growing with the help of Latoya, helping me to align my services to put on the mainstream. But it is uniquely equipped, and the website is uequipped.org.
And do you remember your Instagram handle?
My Instagram handle is ooh, uniquely equipped.
Perfect.
It is.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Brittney.
Thank you, Latoya, for all that you do.